Hello Scorpio, welcome to your weekly tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is for the week of January 15th through 21st. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video if you wouldn't mind. It'll really help us out in the algorithm. We're going to take a look into your general energies for the week. It's very important that you remain open and receptive to whatever might come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. I can read the energy that comes through, but I can't always make sense of it. Very often that final step is up to you. Look at that, we've got the Hermit for you this week, Scorpio. Let's see what that is all about. All right, we're going to do our Dove and Serpent spread. And we are going to do a mystery card, a bonus card, a confirmation card. What deck should we use for that? Let's use our Antique Anatomy deck. This is a new deck. It's not even broken in yet, but I'm really loving this deck. These are pre-shuffled. We're just going to do one card from the middle here. We're not going to look at that until the very end of the reading to see how that might tie everything together and or give us that confirmation that we're looking for, that missing piece of the puzzle, okay? So, I've got some water, some earth, some major, some water, some earth, air, fire, major fire. Okay, it's a pretty good balance, I think. Couple of major arcana cards, a good balance of the elements. I think that you're really in this hermit mode this week. I don't know what was going on last week. I'd have to go and refresh my memory about last week's reading. But I think this is the week where you really are taking a little bit of a time out. I think that you're turning inwards, you're doing some introspection, you're consolidating your fiery energy because this Hermit is crossed by this Five of Wands, right? And this is like your fighting spirit, your competitive edge. I think you're preparing for the big fight, the big push, you know, the big challenge that's before you. Okay, so it's almost like that period of rest before the boxing match. You know, you train and train and train and train, and then you've got to just kind of rest for a few days before the big fight. You know, I think that's kind of the mode that we're in now. I feel like you're consolidating this fire energy. You're trying to bring it in. You're trying to use it to really wake up parts of yourself. Right, like wake up your intuition, wake up your keen insight, wake up your ambition, all these fiery qualities, right? I feel like you're trying to activate them, get them ready for what's to come. And honestly, it feels like this is a financial fight that you're involved in, some kind of a career or employment battle. It could be that, let's do this. Let's go to the recent past. Recent past, Ace of Cups. Did you recently start or get hired or interview for like a dream job kind of thing? Okay. With the Ace of Cups, I feel like something in the recent past was like falling in love. Okay. And with all of the other cards here, this fire, this earth, I feel like you got hired by this wonderful, tremendous company that you're just literally in love with. Maybe you haven't started yet. Maybe it really is going to be the biggest challenge, the most difficult job you've ever had, right? In this new career field, maybe you just got out of school and you have gotten hired on by this company in this just wonderful, wonderful place. We haven't started yet. Maybe you're starting this week or next week. And so that's why we've got this little bit of a hermit period going on right now. I think you're trying to just kind of mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally prepare for this big challenge that's coming your way with this new company that you've been hired onto. Now, it is possible that the recent past, that this time frame is shifted a little bit. It could be that this Ace of Cups is the beginning of this coming week, where you're going to get hired on, you're going to get this offer, sign this employment contract, and then for the rest of the week, you're going to be in hermit mode, trying to prepare, trying to, you know, just wake up all of these aspects of your being, trying to really get ready, right? Just prepare physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And by the end of the week or the beginning of the following week, that's when you're going to start the grind. That's when you're really going to have to start cranking out this effort. You know, 10 of Pentacles here. This is showing really great potential for success in the future. A lot of hard work. I think this is showing the materialization, the starting of this new job, right? The actual physical labor of it. Could be this is your first day, right? The first dollars that you're earning with this new company, in this new career field, or whatever that Ace of Cups is. So it could be that the timeline is a little bit shifted here, okay? Could be the recent past. Maybe you've already been hired on, signed the contract, and you know when you're going to be starting. It could be that this is happening at the beginning of this coming week. Maybe it hasn't quite happened yet. But I do know that in between getting hired and when you actually start on your first day, we've got to deal with this Hermit energy. Okay? And this Hermit energy could too, it could be a little bit of anxiety, honestly. It could be that you're a little bit nervous to start this, because this seems big. Seems like a pretty big position. Maybe you oversold yourself a little bit, but it feels like it's really a big position. It's going to be challenging. And maybe this Five of Wands here with this Hermit card is saying that you're kind of stewing right now. Or in between getting hired and that first day, you're going to have a little bit of anxiety about it. It's making you a little bit nervous. Did you bite off more than you can chew, sort of thing. Now, I don't want you to worry because I think you've got this. I think you've got this. What we see above everything on the path of the dove here is this Seven of Wands. You're going to do your very best to be successful. And we've already said, immediate future, this is your first day. You're going to be earning the money. I think this is really, I think you've got it. I don't see that as being any kind of a problem at all. But I think you have some anxiety now. Again, in between getting hired and when you actually start your first day, you've got to deal with this anxiety. And I feel like with the Seven of Wands, you're looking at this as being more than you can handle. Like, oh shit, this is huge. How can I succeed in this? Like it feels like the odds are against you. It feels like this is a really, really big challenge. And you're kind of like this central staff. I mean, you're just this little stick against all these very powerful wands, right? That's the feeling. And that's a feeling like we're up against something that's way too powerful for us. Like this is a position, this is an opportunity, this is a set of circumstances that is a little bit overwhelming. I think that's why we've got the anxiety, okay? I think it feels like you're a small fish in a very big pond. I don't know if that's the right metaphor, now that I think about it. Anyway, kind of a David and Goliath. Does that one work? It feels like a very large task in front of you, right? Overwhelming. It feels, you may be experiencing it physically, right? The anxiety could be manifesting as like being a little weak in the knees, palms are sweaty, that sort of thing. But I think you got this. I think a lot of what's going on is you're talking yourself down. You've got to talk yourself up. We've got a Five of Swords beneath the surface here. So this is your tendency to be a little bit defeatist. Okay, you're kind of, your mind is giving you all of these reasons or examples from history of how you're not cut out for this. You're not strong enough to do this. You're not smart enough. You don't have the experience. What did you agree to? And that's the kind of stuff that needs to stop, I think. You're talking yourself down. You need to talk yourself up. Okay? I don't do reversals in my readings. Don't need to. Okay? With this negative talk, you're going to bring this anxious energy, this worried kind of energy. You're going to bring it down to the physical reality of things. Okay? You're going to bring it down into your physical body, and you're literally going to be you're going to be too sweaty to drive your car to work. You know what I mean? Your legs are going to be too shaky to even walk through the door. So we've got to flip this around. We've got to put we've got to start talking ourselves up. All right, and bring that energy higher and higher and higher. The positive affirmations, the positive self-talk. Right? Really talk yourself up. And yeah, it seems a little silly to kind of try to boost your own ego, but that's what you've got to do. And you'll get this feeling not of this heaviness when all of this air energy is going down and sinking deeper and deeper. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel more graceful, more, like a boxer is kind of dancing around the ring. That's going to be you. You're not going to be sluggish and shaky and uncertain. You're going to be light. You're going to be dancing, right? Dance like a butterfly. I think that's it. Anyway, so this is beneath the surface. I think this is the tendency for you to really just mentally worry, like mental stress and tension about what you've got before you. And I hope I'm not adding to that stress, because I got to tell you, I feel like you've really got this. I feel like this is the opportunity of a lifetime. I feel like it's something that you're so in love with. Right? Like this is your dream job, dream situation. And I feel like it's going to be really super successful. I think just on the first day, you're going to see like, damn, I just spent, 8 or 10 hours here, and I did so much. I got so much done. I made so much money. I've accomplished so much. I think it's going to be an amazing first day. Okay. We could have seen something a little bit more terrible as this card and for the immediate future, but to get a 10 of Pentacles, this is saying, look, it's you're going to make more in one day, or have more satisfaction, more fulfillment, more confidence, more productivity in one day than you probably had at your previous job all year, right? This is a good opportunity for you, and you've just got to talk yourself up. You got to lift your spirits, so to speak. Okay. And, I've got to say before we get to the Path of the Serpent that the cards that we pull in tarot are always correct. There's never an incorrect card that comes out of the deck, okay? But sometimes as the interpreter, I might not understand your particular situation to every last detail. So try to, connect directly with these cards as I show them on the screen. Try to really look at the imagery and connect with those cards. Use your own intuition to take you beyond what I'm telling you. Okay? I think we'll be all right. We're going to move to the Path of the Serpent now. Some more really good, really great energy here. First of all, this Lover's card. No, this isn't turning into a relationship reading. No love reading here. This Lover's card is really about you having this general energy, this general feeling in your soul, deep down, right? In every fiber of your being even. That this is the perfect partnership, the perfect relationship for you. You've made the right choice. Entering into this employment agreement, to this career field, this whatever this thing is. I'm saying that it's a job, or you're starting a new job, but it could be anything like that, okay? You really have this general energy about you, that you've made the right choice, that everything about this feels perfect and feels right. The timing is right. All the people involved are right. It feels really, really good. It feels like the perfect, the ideal. And then especially it's based on this love. It's like this has been your dream job all along. This is what you've been dreaming about since you were just a wee little kid. This is something that you've always wanted, and now you've got it. Okay, now you've got it. And that's enough. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps just, I'm getting a little sweaty, a little nervous thinking about this. And it's not an anxiety from fear or danger. It's this adrenaline, this kind of anxiety because of the excitement, right? The anticipation. And then once you get flowing, if we dwell in that anxiety, it's going to have a physical toll. We're going to get shaky, we're going to get sweaty, and we're going to be nervous. But if we use this excitement to lift our spirits up, then you're going to be light as a feather. And it's going to be, you're going to flow. You're going to have what in the East and Chinese philosophy is called Wu Wei. It's non-action. It's effortless action, right? It is spontaneity. Light as a feather, just doing what comes naturally, letting your spirit flow out. And I don't mean to get too mystical or whatever with this, but I really feel like you're just going to be yourself. You're going to be completely natural, and it's going to just flow out of you. The 10 of Pentacles here. I mean, we can't get a better card in the immediate future for like your first day in this new position. It's going to be really, really nice. And it's going to have this feeling like you can't believe that this ideal, this perfect situation is yours now. And you deserve it. I think you've worked very hard for this. The environment card, your connection to the environment. If this is you, feeling like, you're in this, like you're married to this thing now, this is the perfect ideal relationship. This is the environment around you. And this is the Queen of Pentacles. This is going to be a situation that's really going to take care of you. I feel like this is a company or an organization or whatever kind of group of people or business that you're entering into this partnership with. I feel like it's really a stand-up group of people. I feel like this company as a whole has a very awesome culture, I feel like they're really supportive. I feel like they really care about you. They really want to take care of you and nurture you and see you grow, see you succeed, support you, take care of you, give you everything that you need. Very nurturing vibe with these people or with this group, with this organization as a whole. I think it's the company culture. They want to see you grow. They want you to feel safe and secure. They want you to be your best self. And I think that they really are expressing. I think you're going to feel that. You're going to feel this nurturing, supportive kind of vibe as soon as you walk through the door. And I think that's pretty lucky. I don't think everyone gets that at either their career or their place of employment or their business or the work that they do, their work environment. I don't think everybody gets that kind of support, nurturing vibe in their work environment. It's everything's working out this week. This is tremendous. It really is amazing energy. The next card that we see is more earth energy, 9 of Pentacles. Gain. You're going to be receiving so much. It's kind of funny to say this, but this card's in your fears, worries, and concerns. So it could be that you're going to be so successful on this path. Remember, we're on the path of the Serpent now. This is like moving forward into the future. You're going to be so successful. You're going to have more than you've ever had before. And maybe that's going to, you know what they say, the more money, more problems, right? So the more successful you get, the more anxiety comes with that. Okay, the more responsibility, different tax bracket, whatever. So there's a little bit more anxiety, a little more trouble that comes with all of this success. Not only that, but the more you gain, the more you advance in this career, the more is going to be expected of you. The more you're going to have to always be one step ahead. They always say to dress for the position that you want, not the position you have. So if you always want to be gaining ground, advancing, ascending the ladder, striving, exceeding more and more, bigger, better, greater, then you always have to be one step ahead. So you always have to prepare for that next step. And I think that just causes a lot more anxiety. It's a lot more responsibility, a lot more investment. Okay. The 9 of Pentacles is about the machine that is kind of churning out all of this coin, right? All of this success. These are the mechanisms of it. This is how you manifest the success, the fulfillment. Now, this is not only financial fulfillment. This is the emotional, the intellectual, the spiritual manifestation, the satisfaction. And the 9 here, this is how you go about doing that. These are the actual mechanisms and the methodologies that you put in place to ensure that this continues. Okay? That this continues. You have to do this work, this planning. You have to take care of these mechanisms, this machinery. You need to always be improving and thinking of the next step and expanding your knowledge, your skills, your everything, your interpersonal stuff, all of that. Okay, so it's a big responsibility, and that's probably why this is in the concern pile here. It's probably why it's a concern, fear, worry. What we see, finally, is a court card. We saw a court card here, and I think that the Queen of Discs, as we said, I think that's representing the work environment as a whole, co-workers, the organization itself. But this one, this is at the end of the path of the Serpent. This is the Knight of Cups. Might be another water sign person involved here in some way. Maybe it's the person that you interviewed with. Maybe it's the person that kind of got you the job, the connection that you had that kind of turned you on to this opportunity. Could be your direct supervisor, could be a coworker. But I feel like you're going to develop a very personal, very deep relationship with this water sign person. And they're kind of offering something, right? This figure is presenting something to you. So it's maybe the person that is, your direct supervisor, or the person that kind of offered you the job or turned you on to the opportunity, right? There's some kind of gesture here. But you're going to really form a deep bond with this person. It doesn't have to be romantic, okay? This isn't a love reading. Calm down. But you never know. It might be. This could just be the idea that you're really going to start to form very personal, very strong bonds with the people that you work with in this situation. Again, this could maybe be in a university, could be in a charitable organization, could be in a church, temple, lodge, something like this. It feels like it's a business thing, though. But I think you're going to really be developing some very personal and intimate relationships, either with one particular person that offered something to you, right, that made the gesture, or this could be your coworkers or associates in general, And I think this is kind of what you've been looking for. Now, let me just go. We didn't see any other water cards here except for this initial Ace of Cups, and that's the beginning of this. Maybe the whole beginning of this thing, the reason why we have this Ace of Cups is because of the potential for this meaning, this connection, the deep bond that you really are searching for. This was your dream job. This was maybe the situation that you've always wanted. Okay, you're ideal, you're perfect. You're in love with this whole thing. And maybe part of that is because of this potential to connect with people. This is such a nurturing environment. The company culture seems excellent, seems very supportive. And so maybe you are really excited, really looking forward to making these connections on an individual level, on a deep, kind of personal, intimate level. Finding meaning in your relationships, both with the work that you're doing, right? You started out this dream scenario, dream job, or whatever the dream is. But then also the meaning and the connection on an interpersonal level, right? So it's a lot of this water energy that I think has been it's been in the works for a long time. Like, again, maybe since you were just a wee child. And it's starting to blossom now. It's starting to really take root and grow and manifest. We've got our 10. We've got our manifestation. This is kind of the money tree here, right? And now we've got this opportunity for connections, for deeper meaning. So, in some ways, this is a relationship reading. In some ways, it really is. And I think this is what you have been looking for a long time. I think this is something that has always been important to you, is developing these deep relationships with people. And, I don't know, maybe this isn't a work thing. Maybe this is a school. Maybe this is a church, temple, lodge, some kind of charitable organization. Whatever it is, I think it's a really tremendous environment both in terms of the company culture and how they're so supportive and nurturing of you. With the other people that are involved, I think you're really going to vibe with these people. It's really going to be a great thing. And again, the only obstacle this week is that anxiety, right? The anticipation between getting hired and the first day of work, let's say, But let's go to this confirmation card now. I didn't forget about it. I want to see what this is. This could be an Empress energy. It could be some more Earth energy, yeah. It could be some more water energy. It would be fun if this was also an Ace of Cups, because we're using a different deck. We're using the Antique Anatomy deck, which is, again, really just a beautiful deck. Let's stop beating around the bush and see what this is, shall we? Okay, so it's the 9 of Blades or 9 of Swords. This is typically a not very good card. I think what we are confirming here, let me just see what we have as far as the air goes. We had this kind of self-doubt and this, the tendency to kind of, to talk yourself down a little bit, right? And we said that we needed to turn that card upside down and start talking yourself up to get ready for this. The 9 of Blades here, really beautiful card. Really, really beautiful card. I think this is reminding us that we have to emphasize what we were talking about with this anxiety and with this negative self-talk. I think that maybe I didn't stress this enough, and now it's coming out, but in a more severe form. 9 of Swords, 9 of Blades. And this is really the kind of negative self-talk, the kind of talking yourself down and putting yourself down that may result in you just not going in on the first day, just like backing out of the whole thing because of this anxiety, because of this cutting down of your self-esteem and of your confidence. Okay, so I really want to emphasize this and the power of the positive affirmations, the positive of, really puffing your ego up, really putting some air into your feet, into your head, and getting that light feeling again, Positive affirmations, positive meditations, really try to get your confidence and your self-esteem up. Really talk yourself up. Get pumped up. Get inspired. Get ready. I don't want this 9 of Swords to manifest. I don't want it to get so bad that you just end up not going in. You know what I mean? I've been there before with anxiety, where you're anticipating that first day or the beginning of this event, and it is very exciting, but the longer that you have to wait, that anxiety, that anticipation builds up into this nervousness. And there have been moments, I'll be honest, there have been moments in my life where I will call and cancel because I'm so nervous. I have so much anxiety beforehand. It's almost like this period in between is the problem, right? If it was just, okay, you start right now, then you're already in the mix. There's no time to be anxious. The more time that goes by, the longer this interval between getting hired and your first day, the more this anxious energy can build. So we need to address that right now. As you're watching this video, let's take some deep breaths, okay? I should do some videos just doing breathing exercises. I love breathing exercises. As someone that's dealt with a lot of anxiety in my life, breathing exercises are they're wonderful. They're the saving grace of anxiety. So I would recommend that, and especially since these are the air cards, right? This is it's suggesting itself. These readings just they read themselves, Do some breathing exercises, get focused, get the positive affirmations going, right? Get some light exercise, nothing too strenuous, some stretching perhaps. But we don't want this 5 to turn into this 9, okay? So I think the confirmation card is really about addressing this issue, because I feel like this is really what needs to be dealt with this week, right? We saw kind of into the future of how this thing's going to go. It's amazing. It really is such a tremendous opportunity. But the more I talk about that, perhaps the more nervous you feel, right? Because it's really building up this gulf between you and this opportunity that's so huge, and then you feel just this big. So we have to address the anxiety. Deep breathing, light exercise, stretching, positive affirmations, and you've got this. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing, how you feel. Let me know that this is resonating with you. And I'm very excited for you. I think you've got this, and you just do what you need to do during this interval. Again, with this hermit energy, this is the period between getting hired and when you actually start. Take advantage of this interval, and really build yourself up. Turn this frown upside down, right? Start talking yourself up, lifting yourself up, get that confidence, get that light as a feather, kind of dancing like a butterfly feeling, right? Use those butterflies in your stomach to make you light on your feet. And I think you've got this. Again, I don't want to keep harping on it, but this is a great opportunity, and I think you're going to do really well. We're going to do an extended reading for just a moment. If you want to stick around, you can become a member to the channel. The information for that is down in the description box, so take a look, and if you decide to do that, that would be great. If not, I'm just glad you're here watching this reading. That's what really means the most to me, is that you're here right now. Okay. This was your weekly reading, January 15th through 21st on Dove and Serpent Tarot.